תורה ל"ח, ליקוטי מוהר"ן, פרט ז'. קדימה מוצ'צ'ו. טובעו בים סוף, סוף הוא בחינת קץ כל בשר, שהוא דבוק בים הדיבור. נטבע בנוקבה דתאומה רבה על ידי בוקר דאברהם. We spoke about that point, that power of speech of the person is coming from the depths, coming from the storm, coming from the difficulties. Means the reason that a person is going and crying to Hashem and praying to Hashem and screaming to Hashem, it's because of his troubles, it's because of Yetzer Hara, because of some lacking that he finds in his life, and he's saying to himself, all right, I need the salvation, so he go and scream to Hashem Yitbarach. So the power of speech is coming from between the waves, between the difficulties, between all kinds of constrictions and darkness. From there, the shouting, the tzaka is coming. Mibeten she'ol shivati, from the depths of hell I was screaming to you. The screaming, the tzaka of the person is so precious in the eyes of Hashem Yitbarach, and a person needs to fall to a certain place, to a certain depth, to a certain darkness, if he wants to scream. So this is why we need to understand that we have to go through all of the difficulties. We have to go through all of the downs and all of the difficulties in our lives. We have to, because without that, we will never going to grow, because the development and the growth is a result of how much we're connecting ourselves to Hashem. How are we going to connect ourselves to Hashem? With the tefillah, with the prayer. So you need to go down. You have to, like Rabbeinu said, if a person wants to be kosher, he wants to be pure, he wants to be right, for that you have to have thousands of up and downs. Have to. It's a must. You cannot. It's a process, and it takes time. And that time, it's like laundry. We compared it to a laundry machine, washing machine. It washes the clothes. You have to go through up and downs. If not, you have to wash it, and you have to put it into the water, in and out. Without that process, you will never going to be clean, you will never going to be cleansed, never going to be purified. And when the person is attaching himself into Beyam HaDibur, in the sea of words, means that you need to have thousands of hours of tefillot. Beyam HaDibur. Until now, the sea was Mimtzulot Yam Totzieni, was the depths of the sea, was the difficulties. And if you want to attach yourself to Hashem from that place, you need to attach yourself to sea of words. Means that from every difficulty you need to make a prayer. Every wave you need to make it into something that pushes you forward to Hashem. You cannot argue with reality that you're in the middle of the sea. That's life. The sea of life, that's it. Now waves are coming. Just you need to attach yourself to sea of words, and not to the depths of the sea, not to the waves, not to the difficulties. It means to push you to pray, to talk to Hashem Yitbarach from the difficulties. Like that I told you once or twice that Rav Berland once met a person, and that person came to him and started to cry and to tell him, I once was an avrech, and now I fell from the path, and today I am not guarding my eyes anymore. I was guarding my eyes, and today, every day, I see thousands of bad eyesight. Every day, a person walking with people, with women, in a store, in the street, in a cab, in a bus. You see thousands of people every day. If you're not guarding your eyes, you're going to defect your eyes so badly. So he was crying to Rav Berland on that. What I'm going to do? I'm seeing bad eyesight every day, thousands of sins. Rav Berland told him, instead of 1,000 sins a day, you can make from it 1,000 prayers a day. Every time that you see something wrong, instead of saying to yourself, "Oi, again I saw something bad," and blaming yourself and criticizing yourself and punishing yourself, say thousands of times, "Please Hashem, help me to guard my eyes. Please Hashem, help me to guard my eyes. Please Hashem, help me to..." And now you have thousands of tefillot every day instead of 1,000 sins. 1,000 tshuvot, ways to get closer to Hashem Yitbarach, instead of thousands of avonot every day. A humble person doesn't have the problem to do that. He's just taking it easy. Okay, I sinned, I failed. What? Why a person is so hurt by his failures, by his downs? Because he thinks to himself that he's supposed to be in a certain high level, and that he fell today from that level to a lower level. He doesn't realize that that low level, that's his real level, and every time that he was somewhere else higher than that level, it was kindness of Hashem Yitbarach. That was the miracle. The surprise is not that you're down now, that you're in the bottom. The miracle was that one day you had me, that I'm going to learn Torah. That's the miracle. That I'm going to keep Shabbos. That's the miracle. That I'm going to love Hashem. That I'm going to hear about Hashem. That I'm going to believe in the Creator. That's the kindness of Hashem Yitbarach. When Hashem is revealing His kindness, so we all know Him, so we all recognizing Him, we all see Him. So that's the kindness. Kindness, the meaning of the word kindness, it's to a person that he's not worthy. He's not fit to receive all of good and all of those salvations. He's just, Hashem Yitbarach loves him, the Creator, He loves him. So He's taking care of him and He gives him more than he deserves. And out of His loving kindness, He's revealing His kindness to someone that is not worthy. So a humble person, he accepts all of the difficulties in his life as normal. It's okay. Thank God for every small thing, and especially for faith. The mitzvah of faith, Rav Shalom told me once that the mitzvah of faith, it's the mitzvah to believe in Hashem, just to believe. And he said that even if you believe that a certain mitzvah is a real mitzvah, and you believe in that mitzvah that it's real, let's say the obligation to put tefillin. You believe that you are obligated to put tefillin. For an example, you believe that you should learn Torah, and you're not learning. And you're not putting tefillin. But you believe, you have a faith that you should. You believe that you are commanded on it. If you just believe on that, so the reward that you're going to receive on that faith is greater than the reward on every other kind of mitzvot. Just the faith. Mitzvat Emuna, to believe. Just the fact that you believe. Even if you're not able to keep that mitzvah. Just on the fact that you believe, those are words of Rav Shalom. Just the fact that you believe that that mitzvah is real, that it exists, only on that you're going to be rewarded. More than even if you would keep that mitzvah. If you would keep that mitzvah also with faith, you would also believe. So then you're going to have two separate rewards, two separate benefits out of that mitzvah. But just to believe, it's higher than the other one. Means if a person will put tefillin or gonna learn Torah, but he doesn't believe in that mitzvah, he doesn't appreciate it, he doesn't have a heart in that mitzvah, it's almost worthless. It's almost nothing. Like you're gonna receive a reward on being religious. Okay, dati. You can mark V on that. Okay, those are the pennies. That's the change. That's not the real reward. The real reward is when the person finds Hashem Yitbarach inside the mitzvah. That mitzvah brings him closer to Hashem Yitbarach. You can see people that are keeping mitzvot and thousands of mitzvot, and it doesn't bring them nowhere. It's just, okay, that's their minhag, that's their hobby, that's their religion, that's their way of life, custom, minhag. Okay, my ancestors were keeping Shabbos, I'm also keeping Shabbos. It doesn't bring them nowhere. Shabbos doesn't inspire them, doesn't bring them to faith, to see Hashem, to appreciate Hashem, to thank Hashem, to be ready to sacrifice yourself for Hashem. Why? Because they don't have faith. Yagata umatzata ta'amin. When you put a real effort in Avodat Hashem, you're going to believe as a result of that effort. Yagata umatzata, and you're going to find, it's going to bring you to faith. Ta'amin, you're going to believe. And if not, if in the end of keeping Torah mitzvot, you don't have no faith, if someone is pushing you, immediately you're getting so angry and wild and screaming at him, and you don't see the supervision of Hashem, you don't see the hand of Hashem, you don't see that Hashem Yitbarach is talking to you, you don't see that Hashem Yitbarach is rebuking you. If you don't see that, it means you're disconnected, you're not connected to Hashem Yitbarach. So the ikar chaser min sefer, the main part of the book is not written, it's not on your table, not available for you. All of the purpose of Torah mitzvot is to attach you to Hashem, is to bring you toward Hashem Yitbarach. And now if it doesn't, So something is missing. What's missing? The center, the main part of it. That's the connection with Hashem. That's the purpose of why to serve. Why to serve? Because He's there. Because He commanded. You don't have it. So what are you doing? You're just imitating other people. You just monkey see, monkey do. You're gonna have a reward of a monkey. Great. Wonderful. That's not it. So a person from all of the difficulties, he should learn to pray, to attach himself to Hashem Yitbarach, to talk to Hashem on his difficulties. Nice. To talk to Hashem Yitbarach on his difficulties, to pray to Hashem, to ask for help, to ask for salvation. And then when you do that, so then the aspect of Ketz Kol Basar, that aspect of an end, the judgments, all kinds of constrictions, they gonna drown in Benukba de Tehoma Rabba, in the lowest place of them all. They're just gonna go away from you, and you will never gonna see them again. Nukba de Tehoma Rabba, in the depths of all depths, or in the darkness. Al Yedei Boker de Avraham, by Boker de Avraham, the morning of Avraham, morning of Avraham Avinu. Avraham, he was the head, the father of our nation. He was the head of all converts. Avraham Avinu, he born in a non-Jewish family. He was the son of Terach, and Terach was a worshipping idols Kohen. How do you say Kohen? Priest. He was Komer. He was doing all of his life. Terach, the father of Avraham, was doing everything that everyone was not going to believe in the Creator. He was just denying Him, and he was selling people psalim, idols, and convincing them, no, you should believe, that's going to bring you money, and that's going to make you healthy, and that's going to make you see good, and it's all in the hands of Hashem Yitbarach. Even if today you think that's what that makes you see good, you're wrong. Hashem Yitbarach helps you to see with that. Another person can put it on his eyes, and he will not going to see nothing. It's adrabah, even more so, it's going to defect his eyes. For you, Hashem gave you a solution that it's going to help you. To someone else, it's going to damage his eyes. So you see that it's Hashgacha of Hashem. To you, a certain kind of food, vegetables, is good for you. There is another person that is allergic to that food, and that specific food can kill him. Mamash can kill him, literally can kill him. If he's just going to make one bite on that apple, it can kill him. So you see that the apple is not healing no one. It's Hashem Yitbarach that He gives you the things to heal you. And at the right moment, in the right time, in the right place, in the right temperature, in the right size, the right amount. It's the supervision that brings the health to you. The ability, the money, the parnasa. A person can have it all and not to have nothing. So the father of Avraham Avinu, he came from that place that he was blocking the eyes of people. He was teaching everyone not to believe in Hashem. Here, that's going to bring you to happiness, and that's going to bring... It's a lie. Only Hashem, Tov Hashem lakol. Only Hashem is good for everything. Hashem is supplying the parnasa. Hashem is giving health. Hashem is giving everything that I need. So Avraham Avinu came from that house. That was the house of his father. And he was fighting with all of those foreign thoughts, all of those foreign assumptions, external assumptions that there is nature, rules of nature, ways of the world, ancient existence, and all kinds of imaginations. And Avraham Avinu was fighting. He said, no, there is a hand, there is a supervision, there is a creator to the world that He's supervising, that He's building, that He's creating, that He's healing, that He's supporting, that He's bringing, that He's taking. And Avraham Avinu, every morning he was working hard on that. Every morning of his life, he would wake up in the morning and he was standing in one place that was his place. He had makom, a special place. And in that place, he was standing and he was talking to Hashem Yitbarach every day to clarify for himself, to bring himself to clarification, to understanding. There is a Creator. I don't want to start that day if I don't remember the Creator. This is why when we wake up in the morning, we're starting the day, we're saying, Modeh, Ani, Lefanecha, Melech, Chai v'Kayam. I thank you, Hashem. You're the King, you're alive, you exist. That's the Boker d'Avraham. That's the morning of Avraham. Before all of the bad thoughts, before all of the, I need to go to work. I cannot go to work if I'm going to think that my life depends on the boss. I'm not working. If I'm going to fall to that kfirah, to that foreign thought, that my life depends on my boss, I'm not working. If I'm now about to eat and that food, I will fall through that food to that kfirah, bad thought, that food is giving me life, I'm not eating. That's Avraham Avinu. That's Avraham Avinu, that when guests would come to his house, Avraham Avinu would tell them, you need to say bracha. You need to bless Hashem on that food. Don't think that the food that I'm giving you is so tasty, it's so good for you, it's giving you health. No, not at all. The food does not exist. Hashem gives life, Hashem gives power, Hashem gives ability to see, ability to talk. Power of speech is coming from power of speech of the Creator, that He created heaven and earth with His power of speech. And that's the power of speech that we have today, because you create your reality with your mouth. When you say, yes, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. And when you say, oh, and all of kind of bad and sad thoughts, that's what you bring on yourself. Because in the path that the person wants to walk in, that's going to be the path that they're going to lead him in. Means that if you're now in a certain place, that's the place that you wanted to be led to, that you wanted that place. Even if it's hard for you to admit, even if you have questions and say, no, I wanted other things. Okay, the strongest things that you wanted brought you to the place that you are at now. A lot of people hate themselves. A lot of people are blaming themselves. A lot of people, they have a lot of angers on themselves, and they're bringing troubles into their own lives. You cannot argue with the Torah. You can, but the Torah is not going to be there. You can argue, but the Torah is a witness to the truth. Torah is telling us the truth. Torah is not a way of life. Torah is a mirror of reality. Torah is reflecting to us the truth, the eternal truth. You cannot argue with the truth. You can lie if you want. A million kind of lies. That's a mic. There is only one real truth, that's a mic. Lies, you can say how many, you can say it's a bottle, you can say it's a coat, you can say it's a table, you can say it's a wall, it's an apartment. You don't know how many people are living inside of that apartment. It's an hotel. You can never imagine how thousands of people are running that hotel. You don't know. You can say whatever you want. The truth, it's only one mic. That's it. Only one truth there is. You can lie as many lies as you want. The truth is witness to itself. The truth is an evidence to itself. Try to fight with the truth. You're going to see that truth is going to bring you back to reality. The supervision of Hashem Yitbarach is going to push you back, forward to the truth, to admit, to say I was wrong. Maybe it's going to take you 20 years to admit. To someone else it's going to take 30 years, 40, 50 years, 70 years it can take the person. In the end you're going to admit. And if you're not going to admit in this world, you're going to admit in the world to come. In the world to come, you're going to stand in front of Hashem Yitbarach and you're going to say like that Korach is saying, Moshe emet v'torato emet, v'anachnu badaim. Moshe is truth, his Torah is truth, and we are liars. That's even if you deny until the last moment of your life, in the last moment you're going to say the truth. You're going to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. We cannot. The truth is a witness to itself. The truth is going to slap our face. So we need to ask for the truth. That's morning of Avraham. That is the power that is taking all of the constrictions, all of the limitations, all of the judgments, all of the difficulties, and drowning them into the lowest place of them all. That you decide to take every situation of your life and to dissect it, לנתח אותה, to judge it, to observe on it, to think about it, to investigate. What happened in that situation? Why I felt so hard? Why I felt so wrong? Why I felt so sad? Why it was so difficult for me? What happened over there? Who am I? Who was I? What I was thinking? What that person actually told me? What happened over there? And then when you're going to dissect that situation, you're going to find the wisdom of it. You're going to find this private supervision. You're going to find God inside of that situation. And when you're going to take that wisdom and going to make prayers out of that, please Hashem, let me never fail in that thing anymore. Never again. Please Hashem, let me understand it. Please Hashem, let me do tshuva on it. You're not going to see all of the coverings, all of the physicality anymore. You're not going to care. You're going to be thankful to Hashem Yitbarach. You're going to be full with gratitude to Hashem Yitbarach on every difficulty and on every situation. Because you're going to see that Hashem Yitbarach, He loves you, that's why He rebukes you. Because at Asher Yoav Hashem Yochiach. And Hashem was just guiding you to the truth, to deal with things that you were afraid to deal with, that you were too lazy to deal with, that you're a liar to deal with, to confront with them, that you're not a man of truth enough. So Hashem Yitbarach, He loves you with loving kindness, even that you're not worthy. But He loves you more than you can imagine. And this is why He's rebuking you, and this is why He's bringing you to the purpose, and this is why He's working with you on breaking your stubbornness and your laziness and your tiredness and your sadness and your stupidity. And He gives you life, and He gives you wisdom, and He gives you knowledge, and He gives you life experience, and He gives you power of faith to deal with situations, and to fight for the truth, and to achieve huge achievements. And that Boker d'Avraham, שנתעורר על ידי התורה כנ"ל, is waking up by the Torah, like we said. The Torah is coming to teach you. If you just attach yourself to that will, I want to learn, I want to understand, I want the truth. You have the desire to learn the truth. When you have that desire, so already all of the information, all of the wisdom just going to swim into your hands. You're just going to find it. You're just going to walk and pick diamonds up from the ground, from the floor. You're going to see them. You're going to see the wisdom. You're going to see the right conclusions. You're going to be able to develop and to grow. Rabbi Nachman is telling us that Torah is the secret of the intentions that the person supposed to have when he is putting tefillin. Like that it's written here inside of the Torah. Okay, so tomorrow morning when you're putting tefillin with those intentions, okay? Thank you, especially you, Shlomo. וכנרשם מן הצד בהגה, and like that it's written over there, איך כל כוונות תפילין כלולים שם. All of the kavanot by the Ari HaKadosh, that Ari HaKadosh said that we should aim, that we should think when we're putting tefillin, are all written here in Torah 38. Thank God no one expects us really to aim those kavanot. Baruch Hashem yotzim yedei chava. I have a person that I know. He told me once that I was talking to him a lot about getting stronger in Avodat Hashem, and he had a conversation with one of my friends, and that friend told him something about tefillin. I wasn't aware to that, but after a few times that we met, so that person came to me and told me, you gave me a lot in all of our conversations, but your friend gave me something that you weren't able to give me. So I told him, what? I want to learn, tell me. So he said, your friend asked me if I'm putting tefillin. So I told him that I stopped. So he asked me why. I told him I'm working every day, it's very hard for me, so I don't have time. In the morning I wake up very early and I'm running to work, and I don't have time to put tefillin. So he told me, listen, what are you doing when you were putting tefillin? What would you do? He said, I would take the tefillin and putting them, saying the bracha and saying Kriyat Shema. He told, listen, from now on, and it's on me, don't worry, just take the tefillin out from their bag, put them on the hand, and just say the verse, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, take them off, put them back in the bag, and that's it. And the rest is on me, don't worry, it's okay. It's going to take you less than a minute to finish the mitzvah on tefillin. He told him, what, am I fulfilling my obligation just by doing only that, just the verse of Kriyat Shema? He said, yes, the rest is on me, don't worry, don't be worried. He told me from that day that he spoke with me about that, he said, every day I'm putting tefillin and I'm saying the verse of Kriyat Shema, that it's true, you fulfill your obligation midoraita just by the first verse of Kriyat Shema. But, he said, but I don't feel comfortable taking them off. So I'm just saying all of the parashot of Kriyat Shema, and sometimes I'm saying more mizmorim. Today I said Tikkun HaKlal. Every day something else suddenly finds time. So why? By that wisdom, you cannot put all of the burden, the yoke of heaven on the person's head. He doesn't have the ability. So please, let him taste, let him feel good with it. The happiness, the joy, going to bring him to want to achieve more and to do more. No, that person got that mitzvah, that another person is putting tefillin every day of his life. והדברים מובנים למשכילים, and the wise people, they can understand it. Thank you, Rabbeinu, for the rebuke. ועדיין צריכים באור רחב, but they still need a lot of explanations, לבאר הדבר היטב, really to explain it well. ואם יהיה אלוקים עמדי, and if God will be with me, יתבאר הדבר במקום אחר, בעזרת השם יתברך. Rabbi Nachman is promising us that he's going to write an explanation on all of that in probably ליקוטי ההלכות. ודע ששמעתי מפיו הקדוש, and you should know that I heard from his holy mouth, the holy mouth of רבנו הקדוש, שחישב כמה וכמה תורות, that he said on few תורות that he said, ואמר שהם כולם סוד כוונת תפילין, that all of those תורות, certain few numbers of תורות, all of them are explaining the intentions, the כוונות of תפילין, putting תפילין. דיינו התורה בחצוצרות וקול שופר, ואנוכי השם אלוקיך, וקרא את יהושע, והתורה מי האיש החפץ חיים, ואתם תהיו לי ממלכת כהנים. אשרי העם זרקה, והתורה הזאת מרכיבות פרעה, 6-7 תורות, ועוד כמה וכמה תורות גדולות, and more תורות, big, large תורות, שאיני זוכר עתה לפרטם, that I don't remember now exactly, ואמר שכולם הם סוד כוונות תפילין. And all of them are including inside of them secret of how a person should put tefillin. אשרי הזוכה להשיגם. Praise is the one that have the merit to achieve them, mean to understand them. Doesn't say to keep them when you put tefillin. Just to understand them, to understand those wisdoms. We finished Torah Lamed Chet, Likutei Moharan. It's something that we cannot... I don't believe it. I'll do tshuva. Okay, great. So, B'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we're going to start Torah Lamed Tet 39, Likutei Moharan. Thank you very much. Chazak u'baruch.